All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is UITK radio station coming at you live here on November 2-3 here in 2015. And like I said, we got a very exciting show for you tonight because if you want to know what this brother is cooking. Remember what The Rock said, used to say when you watch those wrestling shows, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Well, if you want to smell what this brother is cooking, we're going to talk about that tonight here on Ushering in the Kingdom. Thank you everybody for listening tonight, because you know what tonight is. We got the two lovely ladies in the house sitting on the right side of me. Let me talk about it now. Like I said, you could call her Shell, or you could call her Shelly, or you could call her Michelle. Oh, Michelle. You heard it, Michelle. How you doing there, Lady Michelle?
I'm doing lovely.
You doing lovely?
Yes.
Looking good and lovely as always.
Thank you.
It's been a blessed day.
Yes.
Are you ready for Thanksgiving?
I'm ready because I have to cook. I always cook.
Oh, you got to cook? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Oh, all right.
The kids get home, but they don't cook.
Oh, well, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sitting right next to Lady Michelle, who, you know what? Because of all the things that she does out there in the medical field. Now, you heard of Dr. Dre. Well, I like to say the doctor is in his house. Let's give it up for Dr. Drea. Drea Bill, how you doing there, lady?
I'm fine, sweetie. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Looking lovely there yourself tonight.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, are you ready for Thanksgiving?
I sure am
You
ready.
sure is. Are you cooking also?
Of course not. I have to stay out the kitchen.
Oh, you got to stay out the kitchen?
Yeah, I got to stay out the
Oh,
kitchen.
you can't take the heat on.
She didn't get them Thanksgiving lessons from
Oh, she gave us Thanksgiving lessons. Well, the brother y'all about to talk to, maybe he can give us some Thanksgiving lessons, y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you want to know? Well, let me get my first day with the new lips.
Okay.
Let me get my words right here.
You didn't borrow them? I borrowed them today.
I tell you, but right now, ladies and gentlemen, you know what this show is? It is Table Talk with Michelle and Andrea. Michelle and Andrea, take it over, and then we're going to introduce our brother.
Okay, well, how is everyone, and how are you doing, Sean? That's good.
Mm-hmm.
We're here with Sean Bernard.
That's
and
right.
His lovely, introduce yourself, sweetie.
Lovely wife, Jeannie. And she didn't come out no bottle either. That's right. You heard the name. His name is Sean right here in his house. Now let's talk about Sean so the ladies can talk about him a little bit. Now Sean is one of 7 sons of this great pastor that everybody knows about. Pastor A.R. Bernard and Pastor Cameron Bernard of Christian Cultural Center. Hand claps and finger snaps up to them. Amen. Amen. Now, starting at a very early age, my brother Sean's curiosity and love for cooking came from watching his mom working in the kitchen. Now, he wasn't just there helping his mom because he had to, but because he had a genuine interest and appreciation for what she was doing. Now, as he helped mom in the kitchen to prepare, he started to experiment with different foods and spices of a variety of various foods, and he began to ask some questions. Now, this is where his love for the art of cooking began to blossom. Under his mom's guidance, he learned traditional styles of cooking and the importance of family. Now, his brother Alfonso, hand claps and finger snaps to our brother, who is with our Lord and Savior, good God-blessed man, who also shared the love and passion for the art of cooking. He was the trailblazer in paving the way for what is now known as NB Catering, which Sean is the owner and founder of, and head chef. Now, Alfonso went on to expand his horizons by attending the formal education and training for culinary preparation, cooking, and presentation. Now, Brother Sean, he started serving at church in our media department over at Christian Cultural Center. Now, he served in the positions of graphic design, animation, and editor. Oh, man, that's my own heart. I can remember that myself. Before taking on the position in the kitchen under his brother's tutelage. Now, Brother Sean's mom, Pastor Karen, taught him the traditional essence of preparing meals and cooking, while his brother Alfonso taught him strictly by the book. Now, this is where Brother Sean was able to learn culinary terminology, food service, serving standards, and those things which apply in the culinary world. In 2004, he started cooking with his brother, and in 2005, he became a full-time employee. Now, some of the ways NB Catering has served the community is through back-to-school and barbecue programs, stuff with backpack giveaways, serving the Bowery, serving Brooklyn projects right here in Brooklyn, and feeding various families. Now, Thanksgiving, now also along with feeding families around Thanksgiving time, along with several other acts of service. Now, that he truly blessed the community with that because he has a servant's heart. Now, Sean welcomes opportunities always to serve people in need. Sean has some beautiful daughters. How many daughters do you have, my brother?
I have 3.
You have 3 daughters. Amen. God bless them. 3 daughters, and they all appear to share the same passion for cooking. They sometimes can be found in the kitchen at CCC, hanging out with their dad. Sean does for them what he does for others, and he teaches with love and through his love for everything that he does. It says here, although he's not a huge sports fan, Sean has a love for bodybuilding. Yes, I did see him on the internet get you pumping that iron, my man. So that's a good idea. You know, if you're going to cook and eat, good to work out after it. Build up that muscle, need that protein. Amen. Sean is a family man, as I mentioned, when he's not working. You will find him at home enjoying his family and various hobbies with the rest of his family and friends. Of course, plenty of laughing, joking, of course, cooking and eating is all part of his household and his everyday life. NB Catering's official and unofficial motto is, if God created it, we can make it. So ladies and gentlemen, hand claps and finger snaps to our brother Sean Bernard. How you doing there, my man?
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, my brother? Thank you for coming out tonight. You know, you're right on time because, you know, we're glad you're here to talk about everything that you do as a chef because this is Thanksgiving week. Yes. You know, so and we thank God for you for all that you do. So ladies, take it over.
And catering. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing, your new venture.
For this week?
Yeah, no, for that you just took on with the radio station.
Oh yes, I have catered for WBLS and Hot 97. I've presented food at Summer Jam.
Summer Jam.
Yes.
Yeah, Summer Jam. Summer Jam. You don't know about Summer Jam?
Yes, I do. Summer Jam at church. I better come. We got talented folk there.
Oh.
They do their thing.
Okay. I'm
So
saying.
there's a Summer Jam?
Well,
Shut up.
I wanted to be on stage at Summer Jam, but you know, my voice is too deep. They didn't need a bass. So.
Oh, okay, that's it. I've had the pleasure of eating your food, and I must say it's really good. You know, when the restaurant was in the church, I frequent there. I was a frequent flyer every Sunday, so I didn't have to cook oxtails. But what are some of the dishes that you would say that is your, I wouldn't say that is your favorite that, you know, just come naturally that?
I'm a huge fan of outdoor cooking. Smoking, barbecue, I love it.
So that's your specialty?
That's my main go-to, but I'm not limited there.
No. So we are gonna ask this question. Are you thinking about opening a restaurant?
I've been thinking about it.
And thinking about it.
And
thinking.
But you gotta keep me busy with this catering. So.
but I know we sometimes we said your mom for the love of cooking. Okay, I have my kids in the kitchen, and when would you say that you really knew that cooking is what you wanted to do? Elaborate.
When I left the media department to go to the kitchen full time, that's when I knew that's what I wanted to do. Because I was just going in on Sundays to help out. Mm-hmm. And even just being there on Sundays, I was learning a lot. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what, this is what I want to do. I love the rush.
Oh, you love the rush. Yeah. So you started cooking at the church. Mm-hmm. And have you been outside of the church?
Yes, I used to, I have worked at several places, an Italian place called Mario's out in Long Island, another place out in Long Island called Hurricane Grill and Wings. So I've learned the business aspect slowly by being other places.
And you kind of got the experience up on the outside as well. I also wanted to, you know, when the restaurant, I know you cook West Indian food too, right?
Yes.
The oxtail.
Yeah. She was a frequent flyer. So she knows.
Yes.
West Indian.
Oh. So with all those brothers you have the gift of cooking. Do you cook Thanksgiving dinner for your family?
I help my mother. I help my mother.
I'm saying here, right here, right.
I cook Thanksgiving.
You cook?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I know how to cook.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm done live in the kitchen, so that's great.
Yeah.
She cooks really good. Cooks
But
really
I
good too.
don't.
Do you feel pressure when you're cooking around here?
No,
Not at all. Oh, okay.
Oh, we just, we have different styles of cooking.
Gotcha. Okay.
Both good, just different styles, but, he's the mastermind behind,
Oh,
behind the
alright.
stove and the apron and.
Really?
That's really good
Yeah,
to
actually
actually combine it together, you kind of bounce ideas off of each other as far as trying different dishes or experimenting with different dishes.
Yes, and this is my co-founder, so we do
Oh.
things together.
There you go.
Very good, very good. Behind every good man,
Hello.
there is a good woman.
Amen.
Pushing him.
One thing I noticed,
Pushing him to do.
Oh.
I do.
We have to.
Push him hard.
We
You
have
have
to.
goals and aspirations. That's what I'm there for.
Yeah.
Live
Amen.
for. I'm there to make sure that you
She's my crutch.
live those out.
Okay.
Great. That's awesome. Yeah.
So are you looking to start something really big or
Slowly but surely.
small?
Yeah, I gotta start small
Okay.
because everything needs money, so I
Yeah.
gotta start small.
At the mom and pop shops, people keep coming back. They come, long as if it's little, they come. They rather wait online to eat than to be in a big atmosphere.
That's true.
I frequent one restaurant, and I've been going there before I had my kids. I think I got stopped in there, and it's been it's been there for years.
Oh,
My
that
girlfriend
place.
owned it, and she was Greek, and people wait outside online.
Still waiting on that.
And it's okay. So start little.
Yeah.
I had the chance to experience that last year. We was up there. Started off with a hot dog cart and kept on expanding. And
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yes,
Tell us
I
a little bit
remember.
about that.
and beef patties with cocoa bread.
Yes. Yes, I remember.
So and that's pretty much how I learned business. Even though I went to school, it was a condensed class where every class was 2 weeks long.
Okay.
So everything was really condensed and it was just constant running. We barely sat in the classroom. So when it came to really focusing on the business part, I pretty much learned through a hot dog cart.
Wow.
Hmm.
So that's what you was doing in outside under the
I
trees
remember.
with your glasses. Had a line out there too.
Yeah, this brother had a long line out there.
Yeah, and I'm
That's all
like,
that
is he serving just hot dogs?
Yeah, more than that. Those are good hot dogs, though. I mean, the word said start with something small, and God bless you, things a lot larger. And one thing I noticed, looking, I love your logo, my man, because when I first saw it, I said NBC. I said, no, NB Catering. I do remember years ago, there was a similar, you think of NBC, you see
Yeah,
with the
that's
old logo, and I thought it was an interesting, a different take on it, of course. But it sort of reminds me of that, but I said it's quite unique, man. That's an excellent logo you got there.
Me and my dad was working on it.
Oh, okay.
It's
So-
really-
Excellent.
It's different.
Yeah,
Now the N meaning nation.
yeah, which a lot of people don't know.
I was just gonna say, I was gonna say.
Nation Honor.
Yeah, my full name is Nation.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that.
You knew that. You knew that.
Okay.
Now, like you said, the passion for cooking came to you, from your brother. Like it's sort of like a legacy that he passed down to you. Would you say?
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
It goes to show because the word talks about when it talks about the different feasts, like the feast of unleavened bread, Passover, feast of the harvest. It goes to show the Bible. It's a really big deal about eating.
Right.
Eating food. Of course, Jesus Christ, when he talked about at the Last Supper. Look what happened there. He says, "Look, take this. This bread represents my body. This drink represents my blood. That sort of thing." So it goes to show how important it is, and so it's such a blessing to know that you're following the footsteps of the Lord in that sort of respect. How they connect, because we can really go. We can go the right way with eating, and we can go the wrong way with eating. That sort of thing.
And I take care of both.
And you take it. You said, there you go. There you go. 'Cause, well, look at brother. Look what between Esau and Jacob. Esau, my man, gave up his birthright for some stew, a pot of lentil stew.
That's right, he was hungry.
He must be real hungry. Got fooled by that. But yeah, my brother. So thank God for this. So what would you say is like? You said outdoor cooking is your favorite dishes that you like to prepare, or?
Yeah, I just love the high heat, or
Okay.
even the low heat with the long hours of smoking. It's just the flavors are so much, like,
Okay.
so intense.
Oh, okay.
Once you know what you're doing.
Oh, okay. Now, what would you say, like, folks, as far as outdoor cooking, what do folks clamor for from you? What do they really want to get to? What is the specific dish you would say?
A pulled pork,
Pulled pork.
brisket,
Ah,
What?
I got to get that.
Pulled
beef
pork.
brisket,
Oh.
Beef brisket.
and my barbecue steak.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Beef brisket.
Chicken. Jerk
I'm
chicken.
not even very much of a beef eater
Okay.
at barbecue.
So he put his
I
foot.
actually did it a couple of weeks ago when we had Bishop Marvin Winans.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I prepared that for him, and he
Oh
loved
my
it.
He
God.
loves it.
He loved it. I got phone calls from the staff that was, hosting him, and it was like, oh my goodness, he was just so happy
Wow.
of how good it tasted.
Mm.
That was a blessing to me, growing up listening to this guy and then having the chance to cook for him.
Feed him, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, great opportunity.
So tell us your relationship now. Okay, my man, you're the head chef preparing catering for the world's best looking sign, WBLS.
Yeah.
Tell us about your relationship with them. How that came about.
DJ Tony Tone, who goes to the church.
Tony Tone.
He's a DJ for
That's right.
WBLS, and we actually linked up through Instagram, and we just, ever since then, just became friends. And I was asking him one time, what do you think about me doing a tasting for the radio station? So he said, let me find out if it gets approved. They got approved, and then after that, they was gonna have a meeting, and they called me instead of the regular caterer that they use, which was a blessing.
Yes, you knocked him out the box.
That's right.
But they ended up going back with Kevin from Two Fish Five Loaves, which is
That's
awesome.
her mom.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's in New Jersey,
Jersey.
which is, he's an awesome guy. I haven't got a chance to meet him, but
Mm-hmm.
But in the
we're
business.
mutual friends.
Oh, okay.
And you
So
know, it
it's
opens
about
up doors.
exposures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and
It's
I
always
used it. I
exposure.
used it, and I appreciate them
Right.
for allowing me the opportunity to come up there and do what I did, which gave me exposure to providing food for Summer Jam.
Okay.
So I'm slowly getting out there.
Gotcha. And I gotta correct something. See, when he mentioned Summer Jam, I was thinking of Summer Jam, the one that was at the church.
You know what? You see, that's exactly
Tell
what
me
he
that.
You can tell my voice. You can tell my voice intonations, bro. You got the wrong Summer Jam, man.
I was thinking the same thing. So
But I was thinking.
They telling
So we
me.
had-
telling their age.
You know we here
Oh,
with
you can't have Summer Jam?
right?
I mean, I was a Big Daddy Kane fan. Come on now, dude. Represent art, and I'm a Picasso.
Well,
But of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
you try so hard to paint a picture and try to get yourself in my camera.
oh my goodness, goodness.
We are.
So you know who DJ Red Alert is?
I sure do, DJ
I
Red
got
Alert.
pictures with him.
Oh, really?
Right.
DJ Alert is one of my friends.
Yes.
Another person who I had the opportunity to cook for a couple of weeks ago was Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, so that's right.
Now in the past I have cooked for Smokey Robinson, Patti LaBelle,
Mm-hmm.
some of the greats. Some people
That's
know him
good.
as Zeus. Some people know him as his name Tiny Liston.
Tiny Liston, that's a big boy.
As Debo.
Debo,
Yes.
that's it.
Uh,
Debo, on Fridays.
Wow.
That's my man.
I love
celebrities
Debo.
that I've had the pleasure of,
That's great. That's really great.
Now, it's interesting you mentioned Patti LaBelle because she's getting a lot of shine right now because of a sweet potato pie.
Yes.
Now I gotta try that. Do you cook pastries as well? Of course. Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you think Patty? Have you tried it?
I haven't tasted it.
Oh, okay.
From
Gotcha.
what I heard, Walmart is selling out of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So the person that put her pie on YouTube
There you go.
has made her millions.
Yes. And I hope she cuts him a check.
I hope she does too.
I hope she cuts him a check.
Look at that.
Because it was moving slow until he put that up there. And he started singing one of her songs sound just like her.
Wow.
Yeah.
After
That's
going,
right.
good. The next thing you know,
Mm-hmm.
she got all these orders and they just started going and going.
And it was
Okay.
really interesting. They were selling out.
That's usually how things take off, especially if food is good. Food is like going to see a good movie, Well, Sean cooks, oh yeah, really? That's how you get out there, by word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Food is word of mouth.
That's it.
Because if someone tells me, oh, his food is really good at NB Catering, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna try it. And if you try it and it winds up being good, then you're gonna, oh, Dre, I went to MB Catering and this food is really good. And that's basically, I think, a good restaurant gets its clientele via word of mouth.
It's true.
That's what I feel.
A few years ago, I started doing jerk turkeys for the holidays, and
Jerk
every year it's just
turkeys?
getting bigger and
I
better.
never even had jerk
Yeah.
turkey.
Jerk turkey, fried turkey.
I just had
Of
fried
course.
lobster for the first time, and I've been hooked on it for the last month.
Oh,
I never had fried
I'll make you
lobster.
that too.
Yeah,
Two.
I never had fried lobster, and it's so good.
The jerk turkey.
And I took my husband. He's like fried lobster.
Oh, man. Is this the first time too?
I took him last week. I was like, you have to, cause my friend owns Best Side Fish Fry. So I'm at lunch when I'm done with my mentorship. I go over there and eat every day since I found out about this fried lobster. And every day I have fried lobster collard greens, and I'm like, how do you do this? It tastes so good. And my husband's like, I never had no fried lobster. Fried lobster. How do you fried lobster? You bored. So I took him the other night. He was like, he's a caterer too, so he's like, it's all right. I was like, whatever, it's good.
But I could definitely say Franklin has made fried lobster before, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, shout out to Franklin. That's my name.
Shout out to Franklin B.
Yes, it
Right.
was
Shout out
really
to
good.
Franklin.
I saw a picture of Franklin cooking in the kitchen.
Did you see that?
I saw
In that
that
background shot?
Oh,
That's what I'm trying to know.
You and Franklin have a relationship cooking?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm my partner.
That's your partner?
Another man of mine is Bill Russell.
Okay,
He comes help me.
that's really
We
good.
have another guy that's down in Florida, Jamal Craig, we call him Monty.
Oh, wow,
We know
Okay.
since high school, we just grew up together.
that's good. So those are your guys when you need to
Yeah.
call in the troops.
Another one who's always too busy for me is Leon Cleveland, but
No.
Shout out to the
and,
Be too busy for me, I don't know.
and Clement Yearwood.
I think it's a great opportunity, Sean, because as I know your family as well, I think it's a great opportunity that you guys don't actually shine underneath your father. You have
Right.
your own identity in whatever you guys do. It's always intrigued me that, y'all all have your own identity in what you guys are doing. It's not, like under him, y'all have your own name.
Yeah.
And me and you've been talking for a long time, a long time. And I just feel it's a beautiful thing. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Amen. Well, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to talk some more. Table Talk with Brother Sean Bernard, handcrafted fingers left through my man. We'll be right back. This is Ushering in the Kingdom.
And Miss Chalet.
All right, we're back here, ushering in the kingdom, everybody. Here with the ladies and Brother Sean Bernard. This is Table Talk with Michelle and Andrea. Ladies.
You say it.
Now, the ladies, when we got off air, we were talking about Michelle, talking about some of his.
Yeah,
some of his
I wanted to ask him that.
Okay.
We have a lot of people that go and they jump into businesses and they, I can cook in my house and I'm going to open up a restaurant.
Okay.
I want you to just tell our listeners that how when you just are cooking the house opposed to being a cook where it's I want to say it's a calling because we all have a calling and even cooking it's a calling because you have to love the art of it. So when people are in their house and they feel, I'm going to open up a restaurant, tell us how failure comes from those things.
The main reason, just because you cook at home doesn't mean you have it in you to cook in a restaurant because it's long hours. Yeah, you have to multitask. You have to be quick, and you have to be able to do anywhere from 5 to 15 things at once. And,
Wow.
And make sure that you know that all of these things are going on at the same time.
Wow.
You have to be on your feet and quick. And people fail just because your food might taste good doesn't mean that you should go in and open up a restaurant.
Because when you can have the business aspect, but what I see a lot of people, I'm an entrepreneur and I see a lot of people start stuff and not finish it. And you could feel that that's a passion for you or that's your purpose. And basically, you're just going on your own feelings. Would you say that God showed you that, Sean, this is what I want you to do, including, it comes along with your feeding the kids, the book bags, giving out, so at what time did you hear that voice and he said, this is what I want you to do, Sean, this is what you're here to do?
He gave me the patience. We have to have a lot of patience with this. So when he gave me the patience and I was able to do it diligently and without any heartbeat racing or anything, I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Wow.
Passion cook. You have passion cooks, and then you have hobby cooks.
Yeah.
You have
So-
those who do things as a hobby.
Okay.
With, on the flip side of that, they may decide, I can open up a restaurant. You can't open up a restaurant hobby cooking. You have to really have the passion and knowing exactly what you're doing. And like you just said, opening up a restaurant, our families and friends, your food is good, it's great, it's wonderful. But when you get into the restaurant aspect of it, multitasking, those same dishes, you're pumping, you're cranking out 10, 15, maybe 20 dishes. They all have to be seasoned the same. You know what I'm saying? Everything had portions the same. You send one dish out and it tastes differently. And think about it. When you go to restaurants, can you tell the difference when there's a different chef?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know when that regular chef is not there because the food is totally different. Same dish, but the way they cook
Not the same.
totally different. It's not the same.
It's interesting because, like you said, being a head chef as yourself is like it's like a juggler. You ever see those guys?
Yeah.
They're juggling those plates in the air. So you got 10 plates, and you got everything going on at one time. That seems like that's a responsibility of a head chef, specifically, I guess, when you're running a restaurant. Name some of those responsibilities. What are the type of things you're looking at? Of course, the taste of the food, the serving of the customer, that sort of thing. What are the things that you manage within that space of being a head chef
The biggest thing
while you're
is,
catering?
the biggest thing is consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah. And that's where, like what Andrew was saying, a lot of people fail. A lot of restaurants fail at because of the fact that there's no consistency between staff.
Wow.
So everybody, because you'll have somebody come in, I could cook better than him, so I'm gonna add this. That's
Right.
not part of the original recipe.
Recipe.
Okay.
Stick with the original recipe.
Absolutely.
Right. So when you train staff, so to speak, you train them to your style of cooking, your recipe, and they adhere to that strictly. Is that?
No, I see I see what they can do.
Oh, you see what they can
I see what
do.
they can do, and then I let them do it depending on how good they do it.
Ah, okay,
Like
gotcha.
Franklin, yeah, this is what I need you to do, and I'll walk away. I don't have to worry about Franklin.
You hear that, boo?
What?
That's it.
Franklin, and he's good at the frying. He fries fried shrimps and his fish. Ooh,
Okay.
to
I
die
don't even know. I
for.
can't even tell you the special batter. I don't have that either.
And his sweet tooth cupcakes.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a YouTube channel for videos, or that's something you're
Not
thinking
yet.
about in the future?
Yeah, that was something I should have started last year, but the way things were happening, I was just so busy.
You have
okay.
your email set up and everything for.
Oh, yeah, you got his email.
Okay. So what
I've seen the video. I think someone was interviewing. You was preparing a dish, and at the interview made the mistake of asking. You never asked the chef what you putting in your recipe.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I said, "Oh, did you ask the chef that? Would you ask Colonel Sanders what are those secret 11 herbs and spices in the chicken? They will be out of business."
Cookbook comes out.
Right, till the cookbook comes out. There you go.
Is that something that you're thinking about
Yes,
doing?
that's definitely in the future.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Now, what do you think of those cooking shows? Like you see Emerald, the Food Network, Sweetie Pies on Oprah and all that other stuff. Is that something in your mindset, so to speak? What do you think of those things?
I like Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay. Oh, yeah.
He's dope.
Yeah.
He started off as a dishwasher, and look at him now.
Oh,
Yeah, Bobby Flay, I definitely look up to him when it comes to cooking.
okay.
Especially he's another one that loves outdoor cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I pay close attention to him.
Oh, excellent. Bobby Flay. Now, are there any particular restaurants you yourself, you like to dine at that you would say top notch that you recommend it? Even though I'm just saying outside of course, your stuff is the best, and it should be.
Yeah.
But if you were to recommend someone, hey, brother Sean, what's a nice place to go eat to get a good meal?
Your
so to
top
speak?
two. I'm not gonna say 10. Listen, your top two.
Outdoor cooking or whatever,
I definitely go with Tony Roma's as well.
Tony Roma's, all right.
She's
Tony Roma's,
fly to that
all
one,
right.
too.
Frequent flyer. Yes.
Okay, you heard
Bloody
it. Tony
Riggs.
Roma's.
Believe it or not, Joe's Crab Shack.
Mommy said that's not good. She always trying to go out there. She was like,
She's so particular with
she's like, no, Sue, you don't want to go there. I'm like, okay.
she's very particular when it comes to certain things.
Oh,
And
okay.
it is good.
I like it.
I want to try it one.
It was all right.
It was and what would you say, what makes NB Catering different from all other catering services? What do you think is the main unique thing that you want people to get from from what you prepare?
Because everything comes from my heart.
Everything comes from your heart. Mm. Not
Food
just
for the soul.
food for, that's what it's about.
Yes.
What it's about. Amen. All right, we got some more questions and comments for you because we want to hit the chat room. Brother Robert Toomer, anything happening in the chat room for our brother?
Yes, absolutely. There's a few comments in the chat room. I'm going to start off with
Okay.
the first one here that says, where did your desire serving the community come from?
My parents.
All right.
That's a big time influence.
Absolutely, absolutely. The next question is, how did you use your business to serve the people?
Well, it gives me the opportunity to be able to help the people, that's in need, underprivileged kids. I am providing lunch. Let me see the name.
Sure.
I'm providing lunch for a school out of Manhattan.
Okay.
Parkwest High School.
Park West. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, with underprivileged kids, special needs
Amen.
students.
That's what's
So
needed.
any opportunity I can. Last year we started with 3 families for Thanksgiving. This year we're up to 6 families for Thanksgiving. So
Wow.
we're providing food for people that's in need, going through physical challenges.
This is your own separate to what your family
is,
does.
This is through CCC.
Okay.
Started, they came to me about it, and
Right.
I
Okay.
was happily.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fix the
Fine.
food and you're gonna deliver it to the family?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. That is a blessing.
And every year it's going to get bigger. We was trying to do something on Thanksgiving to help the less fortunate, but it was too late of a notice.
Okay.
So that's something that
For
I'm
next year.
pushing to do next year.
That's amazing. That's absolutely great because you have a lot of people that's at home on Thanksgiving. And, we're supposed to be thankful, and they're unable to cook. They don't have family. So I would feel next year if you can go. When I used to go to the old folks' home and just bring my grandfather food and my mother-in-law when she was in the place, I would just bring stuff for everybody. And I always used to think if somebody could just come up with the idea that on these special holidays they just come in and feed them and maybe talk to them for a little while, because it seemed like they family write them off and it's like, oh, mommy's in old grandma's here. We at home having a good time breaking bread, but they're alone in these places. So if you bring in the food on Thanksgiving Day, can you imagine what an impact you would leave on that person just to know that somebody still cares for them?
Exactly.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is Thanksgiving, like this time of year, like the busiest time for you? What would you say is your busiest season?
It varies.
It varies, okay.
Because we have Thanksgiving, then a couple of days to calm down, then it's Christmas and New Year's.
Right.
Then a couple of weeks to calm down, then it's Valentine's Day.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
it starts getting warmer, so now the barbecue.
Barbecue
starts
stuff.
coming.
I was
That's
gonna
right.
say, then the barbecue starts.
There you go.
It's never a dull moment. Like I have to literally just not try to do anything.
Anything, right.
Like I don't want to take a phone call. I just need a few days.
Gotcha.
Because when we went away for my brother's birthday, like I made it my purpose for when we get back just to relax.
Okay.
Because I knew the holidays were coming.
Right. Oh, that's what you do.
I know we're gonna be busy.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
And do you bake pies?
yes.
You bake pies?
Yes.
Oh, pumpkin pies.
I'm going to take this sweet potato one. I think sweet potato.
You know, we gotta do sweet potato.
All right. I want sweet potato pie.
We have
Okay.
another question in the chat room.
Okay, yeah, let's hit that chat room again. What we
And the
got?
chat room wants to know, how do you balance your time with family, worship, study, your time, personal time? How do you balance that?
I don't know.
You just do it, right?
My personal time is in the kitchen, so I
Okay.
you know, when I get home, I'm relaxing, I watch TV, but like
Right.
I find comfort in the kitchen. So for me to be in the kitchen is nothing for me. And then my daughters, you know, I'll give them a recipe book. Pick out what you want to do.
Okay.
They'll show me, and everything's from scratch. I'll give them their measuring cups, everything they need. All right,
Oh my
put it
gosh.
together.
That's
So if you change one thing, you have to change everything. Remember that.
Oh wow.
So and they've been making breads and cookies and
Oh,
everything's from
good.
scratch.
I know they're
They-
very
they measure-
Extremely
Look at
good.
that.
Oh my
great.
gosh.
What you doing? You just,
Yeah.
So how do you keep yourself from not gaining weight?
Constantly moving.
Eating, because you know when you're sampling all them foods.
Actually, it's been a while since I've been to the gym, and me not going to the gym, I lose weight. So I have lost over 20 pounds in the past 4 months.
Okay.
Look at the man's guns. He still got
I
the
was gonna
guns.
say,
This ain't don't go to the
His
gym.
brother does his stuff in the room.
I know. Isn't that like backwards?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's muscle mass.
Oh.
So, and plus the fact that I'm constantly moving, like once I get out of my car, I don't sit down until I get back into my car. I won't sit. Like Jimmy was trying to get me to sit and just take it easy, like sit down for a little bit.
Right.
I can't. So I could walk around CCC up to 250 times.
Okay.
You know, and then when we have parties outside,
Okay.
you know, I'm going from the kitchen on one side of the building or the property all the way to the other side, and it's constant movement.
No, so
Right.
that's
So
good.
I'm constant cardio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's
You know,
good.
involuntary cardio.
it's voluntary cardio, yeah, okay.
Now, new recipes. I'm sure the inspirations of God, of course. How does new recipes come to you? Like when you just get inspired to say, "Look, I want to do something a little different. I want to make an original dish this way, or something like that." How does you get the inspiration for like a new idea for a recipe? Like, how does it come to you, so to speak?
Because I'll taste something and, like, you know what? If I change this and do this, how would this come out?
Ah, okay.
So now, instead of having one piece of chicken a certain way, I got that same piece of chicken 10 to 15 different ways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Put your own spin on it.
Put your own spin on it.
I like that because when I go out to restaurants and I like something, I'll come home and I will change it and put my own seasoning to it, and I can make it 10 different ways. I enjoy sampling food.
Being a foodie. Anything else in the chat room?
Well, yes, there was one more question. And this is an appreciation of you. This person says, okay, I have had the pleasure of meeting you and appreciate what you do for the families, not only on Thanksgiving, but during the year. So they appreciate what you do and they actually have met you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Pretty
It's a
cool.
beautiful thing.
As long as I've known you, Sean, Joe, you've always had a servant heart. You know, and even, you know, we all try to, we give our parents the credit where it's due, but I think I've known you now maybe 17 years, and just standing outside the kitchen, chopping it up with you, it's like you always had that servant heart, that spirit's always been there, and you always been willing to share, you know. And sometimes,
To a default sometimes.
and I remember when you told me about the oxtail one Sunday, and I'm like, Dennis, we gotta go upstairs. Sean made oxtail. And he's like, when you gonna sleep in this church? I'll go to work. I'm like, but just let's have dinner because it's oxtail. And you know, you always, you would come through with the little white chef thing on, and I thought it was so cute because you would come out and really ask if how you going, if everything's good, and you know, like really interact with the people when we were sitting eating and dining. And I just thought, I was like, oh my gosh, Sean's heart is like so. You just want to make sure everything's okay. And you know, sometimes you don't really know what people think about you until you actually sit and hear it. And I'm saying it was always amazing because no matter what you was doing, if you was walking through the church, like you said, you would stop and you would, you know, how you doing, you know, you always just made sure, you all right, Michelle, how's everything, you know, how's the girls? And just putting that into food and having someone sit in a place of business with you, I know you're going to be successful as far as that's concerned. Because when a chef is able to come out, I took my husband to this restaurant, and you know, a lot of celebrities go to in Manhattan, and the chef came out. I think it was his birthday, and the chef came out and came to the table, and first thing I remembered was you. He came to our table and he's like, "Is everything good?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, Sean used to do this at CCC." I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is something they do." I felt so special. So I know it's going to be amazing once you get it out there and start. And I'll be a frequent flyer. I'm telling you now.
We know.
What would you say, do you have, yourself, do you have a favorite comfort food that you prepare yourself, that you say, hey, like, for us African American folk, our comfort
What is your
food, fried
couch
chicken,
where you can sit on your couch and just
Okay.
relax?
You think your nachos.
Oh, your nacho, oh, okay, I was thinking something prepared yourself, okay.
Nacho like dip,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he makes this salad with like bacon and blue cheese, and these are his little comfort foods, like his nachos and his little smothered, flubbered, and blubbered salad.
Okay, there you go, all right.
Yeah,
And you help him, right?
of course.
Right?
Ain't no fun if I can't have it.
Excellent.
So, well, that's good. I can appreciate the fact that, let's talk about family-wise is concerned. You two work so well together.
Yeah,
Literally.
she was
When
out
I
there
see
selling
you
them
at-
Franks.
Yes. Yes.
Frank mommy up next.
You're on the line, you're waiting, to place your order for your Franks, and you're there. And I said to Franklin one day, I was like, look at the chemistry. It works so well that it's just written all over. And even, the two of you just sitting here, it's like, even if he leans over and it's like, okay, you bounce off of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll say something and, you may say, yeah, what is my favorite dish? And it's like, honey, you don't know.
I sit at work and I cook for 600 to 1,000 people who get home like, what am I gonna eat?
Question I'd like to have for you, like, someone calls you up to have a party and they say, okay, I got 40, 50 people coming. What does your mind snap to right away? I like knowing how much food to get, and that always amazes me as well. I say, how do you figure that out and not have it, get it wasted or something like that over there?
It comes out of habit of doing it.
Okay.
It comes natural to him.
Comes natural.
But he will lose a little sleep.
Oh,
The man's mind never shuts off.
Never shuts down.
He never shuts off. So
no, I'm good with 3
He's
to
not
4
the
hours
best
of sleep.
sleeper in this
Work
house.
12 to 15 hours.
yeah, it's
Wow.
it's
That's
really
not good, though. You have to shut your mind down.
I tell him you have to
You
try. I
have
said,
to.
Take
She was
everything
like, write it
that's on
down. And I
the
showed her my board of
put it on
everything I have to do. I said, I wrote it down.
Write it down.
I mean, you have to shut it down because as you get older, you'll find that you need to get a certain amount of rest. Because I used to do that, and it takes a toll on the body. So with your mind still going, you want to shut everything down and get at least make it 5. You get 3 now, take it up to 5.
Yeah.
I'm good with 5 now. Like
You definitely need some you time
yeah.
to kind of shut down.
Yeah, I was looking at the news and they were saying that everybody's different when it comes to sleep.
Yeah.
Everybody that recommended 8 hours is not
I don't
for
need
everybody.
8 hours sleep.
I can't do 8 hours.
I can't do
Gotcha.
8 hours.
I can't do 8 hours.
I can go to bed.
As soon as I get up, I want to start
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I gotta wait for Jeannie to get up and I'm like,
It's because he's considerate like that. Like
Right.
even if he wants to get up and go, if I'm sleeping, like he won't want to wake me up.
Oh, okay.
So he'll watch TV. He'll do something. To
But
keep
that's-
himself
Go ahead,
occupied
tell
until
me
I
and
get
make
up.
a cake.
I think that's what all husband and wives. Because my husband, I'm like up at 5:30 in the morning, my prayer time, my devotional time. He's still asleep, and then I'm ready to go by 9 o'clock. He tells everybody my wife retires, but she's in the street like she got a job. She got all this stuff going on, and then I get home in time to still cook dinner, spend time with him because he works nights. But I can't sleep 8 hours. My body wakes me up at like if I go to bed at 4:30 in the morning, I'm up. I'm like, why am I up? But I think that's the mindset of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's always like Your mind is always going.
Yeah, you're always thinking of something else, and I could just imagine what goes through your mind. You could probably make you wake up in the morning. It's like, I had a dream about this chicken, and I'm gonna put some mango sauce on that. So your mind is always thinking.
I was thinking about the food.
And I'm going to ask, so as you
Oh,
decide,
hold on a second there, Michelle. It's we're at an 8 o'clock hour. We're going to pick up that question when we come right back. We're going to talk about what Brother Sean is cooking here on UITK. Don't you dare touch that dial. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here ushering in the kingdom with my brother Sean Bernard, talking about what he's cooking. If you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. Unless you're in Sean's kitchen and you just want a little taste of something, because this stuff is very good, very good. Well, the ladies are going to talk about Sean's faith as it pertains to his cooking. Also, a little shout out, he's going to talk to the youth about their future, if they want to get involved, being a chef or being a cook, and also the stress levels that a head chef has to encounter while he's preparing meals, especially as a caterer or all the events that he does. Ladies?
okay, Sean, Miss Chalet has a question. I just want to know, how do you manage your faith and still have your time to have your devotional with God and your prayer time when you're juggling all those hats in the kitchen?
And I never stop praying.
There you go.
Constantly, every move I make, when I walk, when I drive, I never stop praying. Either thank you or, all right, God, I need you. What you got for me now? I can't do anything without you being by my side.
All right. You hear that? And the other thing is, what are you thinking about, what would you think about as far as mentoring young chefs, uplifting young chefs the way your brother spoke into your life?
I would love to. Most of the times when I have catering jobs, I use my nephews, my family as my staff.
Oh, okay.
And on Sundays I have DJ Tony Tone's daughter, Tori, with me, and a younger gentleman by the name of Steven, who's like 6'10". So he's learning. So I am working with kids slowly.
Okay.
And I have to reiterate slowly, because sometimes I can get so busy and moving so fast to have to pull down and be like, all right, they're just learning. So keep calm.
Okay.
Well, I can see. My thing is, we'll have, Sean will have his class for children at one point or another at the church, teaching the kids how to prep. You have your, if I'm not mistaken, you have your prepping station and...
First thing is, you gotta learn how to clean.
Because cleaning the kitchen is the number one thing when you have a restaurant. You have to know how to clean.
Yep.
And guess what?
And then we're going to break.
Then we're going to
So you do the cleaning?
So
you do the
clean
cleaning
first.
at home?
No, she won't let me.
So tell us. You do
I
the
tried to
cleaning.
wash clothes and she was like, no.
She's like, stay in your lane. You're the chef. I'm the cleaner.
And I think it's very good when you involve your family in things, because my sister has 8 McDonald's and I have a cleaning business. So when she hire her staff, I fly down to Atlanta maybe twice. Well, I haven't had to go down there in a while and really show them how to clean the equipment and keep the area, because they have those secret shoppers, which come in to give you your grade. So the people have to know how to clean the equipment and keep the area that the food, I didn't know it was so big. That's why I'm like, oh no, restaurant, that's too much stuff. That's too much for me. That's a lot. You take on a lot of responsibilities as a chef. It's just a lot.
Because Jeannie has her own cleaning company also.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Hello, Jeannie.
Jeannie's Cleaning Services.
Shout out to, go ahead, say your name.
Jeannie's Cleaning Service.
There you go. Jeannie's right her.
Yep, Integrity Janitorial Services. Hello.
Yeah, exactly. All the clubs right now.
Jeannie's Cleaning Service at gmail.com.
All right.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. We got to have you on the show. We're going to interview you too.
Spell it, yes.
Jeannie's, here you go. It's JEANNIES cleaning service at gmail.com.
Amen.
You heard it straight from Jeannie.
You heard it.
So moving forward, we know you have the restaurant. You have the restaurant is coming. The cookbook is coming. How soon can we look you up for the restaurant?
Oh, like I said, you guys keep me busy with the catering, so I think we'll push it out.
Okay.
I don't have the time for that right now.
Oh, okay.
But thank God, it's business.
Yeah,
You know?
And you're busy.
So are you looking in Brooklyn, Long Island?
Actually looking in this area.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Excellent.
and move up.
Now, what would you say to, okay, you got youth out there who probably have interested in being a chef and cooking. What sort of advice you would give to them if they want to get started in this business? And what would you say would be the pointers for them to succeed? And what type of heart do they need to have in order to do this type of thing?
You gotta have the heart. You have to have the passion.
Mhm.
Passion is the biggest thing because when you have passion for something, you can withstand anything. So that's what I tell everybody. And see how long you can stand. Because one weekend, I did 42 hours with a 15-minute nap because that's how busy we were.
15 minutes and 42, wow.
And then I got home Saturday night
Okay.
just to have to get back up Sunday morning to take care of staff. So that was a crazy weekend.
Ooh. So what's your usual sleep time? You say your average sleep for you?
Well, if I fall asleep
Uh-huh.
about 9:30, I'll be up by 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Wow.
And I'll just sit there and think. Like the TV will be on, but I'm not even paying attention
You're not
to it.
paying
I'm just
Okay. And I guess with young entrepreneurs who want to be head chefs or own a restaurant, so that's like you said, yep. That's one thing you hear when we look at the statistics of people who open restaurants. That restaurants are one of the things that closes so fast. They usually last for 4 to 5 years or something like that.
1 to 5 years.
1 to 5 years, yeah. Pretty
So you
serious.
gotta be prepared for
Better
this.
prepare.
This is not a game. This is something that takes a lot. It takes a lot. You have to really, really want to do this.
Gotcha. So it's not just, hey, look, I make a good meal, my food tastes good, people like it. You have to really have a deep down
For
passion.
people like that, I would tell them, if you're not ready to be in the kitchen all the time, go into competition.
What's that?
When you enter a competition, and depending on what it is, that's what you focus on. And
Okay.
it's every once in a while, depending on how deep you want to get into it. Because you could go into competition and you'll be there
Okay.
every weekend somewhere else in the States.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay.
So there's
Cooking.
barbecue
Okay.
competitions, there's all different
Yeah.
types of competitions.
No, I didn't know
Right.
There's frying competitions, there's a lot of different competitions.
Oh, okay.
Cake battles, there's a
Right.
lot of different types of stuff.
No, I don't look at TV.
So
Interesting.
if you want to do something, but you're not ready for those long hours to where you're not sleeping, you're on your feet. Like I said, I don't sit down.
Wow.
Once I get out of my car,
Mhm.
I don't sit down until I get back in my car. And whether it's 4 hours or 15 hours, I'm on my feet.
Wow.
And if you're not ready for that, look at
May
it
not be
different.
for you.
Look at a different aspect.
I learned something today.
Question. What about, do you ever thought like traveling outside? You know how you have chefs that travel all around the world and bring back, their own interpretation of dishes either from, say, Asia or different cultures, yeah.
Every chance I get, when I go somewhere, I'll bring something back. Like we went to Hawaii at the beginning of October,
Yes.
and I brought something back that I've been working on.
Wow.
I was going to say, well, what you working on?
You make the food and put it in the pineapple?
Listen to this one.
My daughter just sent me a picture. I can't wait for her to come home from college. She done went to college and learned how to cook. Like, what's that? It's rice and everything in the pineapple to food. I'm like,
I just recently, my girlfriend had a birthday and we went away for her birthday. I had a shrimp burger.
what? See, look, we knew.
I've never had a shrimp burger. I was like,
What's
what is
that?
that? I was like, shrimp burger. Taste it. OMG. It was
See?
so good.
You know we not no red
So
place.
now I got one piece left. And I'm trying to kind of sift through and I'm like, that looked like some, okay, that's shrimp. That's some green peppers. That's onions. Frankly, I'll make a shrimp burger.
God gave me a gift.
Amen.
9 times out of 10, if I taste something, I can make it.
All right.
That's it. You probably know that recipe to Colonel Sanders then.
But I do that when I go out. If I like something, I'll figure it out. I'll go and eat
There you
2-3 times at that place until I get every taste in my mouth, and then I can make it.
But tell me, like you said, you mentioned your faith. Christ, of course, gives you the motivation for you to do what you do. But of course, you talk about the physical challenge, and of course, I can say lack of sleep, but that's no problem for you. So that's not really much of a challenge. You're used to it. That sort of thing. Are there any challenges, like from particular people? You serve them food and they came back with a complaint or something like that. How do you handle that type of thing? Like if a person has a complaint about it. I'm not saying you have, but but I'm sure chefs have to come across that one or two.
Yeah, you do. You do. In this business, you do, and that's why it can have an emotional toll because you're thinking you're putting your all in it, and somebody's looking at you like,
right.
Excuse me, but you got this one wrong. And if you're not emotionally stable or strong, like it could take a toll on you.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of chefs out there that has habits to drugs, anytime, even to alcohol, and it's because emotionally they get drained from having to deal with people.
So people skills is very important being a head chef.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah, that's why I stay away from the people and that.
Gotcha.
That's right.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting. I never thought of it that way.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're feeding people. I mean, you got people's lives in your hands. You're responsible for what they're taking into their body.
Right.
That's right.
That sort of thing. So it's important.
And there's a lot of other things you have to know as far as the temperature of food and how long things can stay in. And just that alone.
Cross-contamination.
Yeah. When my husband started so you can't put this here because that's cross-contamination. I'm like, what are you talking about? I always divorce the shit like that. He's like, oh no, he does. Like, okay, this is getting too much. I got out the kitchen because he started. Oh, and you got to keep the refrigerator at this level. I'm like, okay, this is a lot.
And that's why I was saying before prep, you gotta learn how to cook.
You gotta learn a lot of other
Because a
stuff.
lot of times people get sick because somebody didn't wash their hands. It's as simple as that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I wash my hands anywhere from 30 to 50 times, in
Wow,
an 8-hour
there you go.
period.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not to mention, I'm very into gloves. I'm very into gloves.
Because that's interesting because when you salmonella and that stuff, I didn't know you could just put
Yes.
something on the well, I'm a retired nurse, so I know that, but I didn't know counter keeps it. I'm like, you have to clean with certain. It just amazes you when you go into a restaurant. You're not seeing all the back office, the back kitchen stuff that goes on, but just the experience going to my girlfriend's place and having. Because the area they opened the other day on Fulton Street is very small, which I like it. And you can actually see the chef. So whenever I go to eat, I sit right there by the kitchen. And it's very small, but the other day I was sitting there and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's doing so much. He had me nervous. The fire's going in, he's pulling something in, he's flipping the pot, the water. I'm like, this is too much. I sat there and I was tired for him.
Yeah.
But I got to see really what goes on as he's making the food, and the girls just clipping stuff up there. He's just like, it comes like nothing to him. So I can imagine how Sean looks in the kitchen, because it just looked like he was stirring water. But in the meanwhile, he got this going here, and I'm like, this is too much. And I always sit there and just observe. So just now to hear Sean say how much stuff goes into it at the beginning, and it's too much. I'm like, okay, how do you have stuff boiling and he's slipping out? It's just, you have to have a gift for it.
It's like time management. You gotta know when. Time management. You just gotta know when, to take out. I mean, I find myself sometimes watching cooking shows. Not that it helps me in any way, but I'm just saying. I watch it and I notice, how they're, easily they're focused on. We're not talking about the celebrity ones like Bobby Flay and
Emerald.
Emerald. We're talking about the ones that come on the show who are just like a challenge, and they're cooking their meat, but they're focusing on something else. And before you know it, the meat is burning, and they're trying to. But the flip side is that something's burning. They can figure out a way how to turn that dish into something else. That's amazing to me, because if it's burnt on my, it's done. I don't have a backup, but it's amazing. So, it's definitely a true gift that, these chefs have to be able to pull off half of the dishes that, something that may look messy to us, it's like, what the, but it tastes good.
Yeah.
So I say you gotta be fast and you have to think fast.
Okay.
You always have to, without even thinking about it, have 2 or 3 plans.
That's why
After
I
the
can't
first.
be a chef.
Gotta have a backup to a backup to a backup.
Because you go into work one day, and for some reason your oven's not working, but you got to make something. What are you gonna do?
Wow.
You got to think like that.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you
That's
about
like
the
3 hours
girls.
sleep.
The girls, how old are your girls now?
17, 10.
Oh my gosh.
7. I know.
The baby is 7, the older one is 17?
17?
Oh my gosh, that means I'm like about 50 years old. Oh, Jesus.
You are 50.
Listen, she's 17,
Yeah.
the
Wow.
baby. So listen, they're looking at culinary colleges because they like to cook.
Yeah. Layla wants to, my 10-year-old, she wants to go to baking.
To bacon.
Yeah, she'll sit home, watch the Food Network with all the young kids and the baking shows.
Yes.
She'll go on YouTube and just sit there, won't say a word. I'll forget she's there until she's like, Daddy, I'm hungry. But
Wow.
just sit there
So-
and just watch different baking shows.
So you know for a fact she wants to do bacon.
Yeah. Yeah, I already see
And what
that.
about the older one?
The older one? She likes to cook. She's into everything.
Okay,
She's into everything.
that's
The little
good.
one, she's still little. So
That's
she's,
really good.
She's doing everything too.
Literally. Tell us about that turkey giveaway that you were involved in last weekend.
Oh, this weekend, yeah. Oh. Because now we have the Long Island campus. So
Oh, right.
Right, that's
on
right.
top of the 425 that we do here in Brooklyn, we shipped off 300 to Long Island.
That's really good.
Yeah, so
How many was that again?
725 altogether.
Turkeys?
Wow.
Turkeys, yeah, and my sister-in-law Annette,
Okay.
she oversees stuff like that. So I was happily able to slide away.
Yeah, she's been doing a great job. She does a great job with that. I
Okay.
remember my husband used to be in a pantry while she does a
Oh,
really good
okay.
job.
Now, do you accept like volunteers or like, so like there's some youth you want to teach them for a day or something like that, or some volunteers to help you do what you do?
Yes, and
Yeah.
like I said, my biggest thing when I do accept volunteers is to pay attention to their consistency,
Oh, okay.
because that's very big.
Important. That makes sense.
Whether it's time, whether showing up, how long you're gonna stay, how busy you make yourself.
Right.
That I pay attention to all of that.
Oh, okay. Now, also the bodybuilding thing that I know you do your thing there. Are there any particular supplements or stuff that you recommend to people that being as a chef, that sort of thing? What
It's
sort of
always better to
tips?
get your supplements through food, but in the case where you can't, there are some. It depends on what you're trying to do, what you're doing, and what your body's going through.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to throw out supplements now. And
Right.
get somebody.
He said,
He said that's true, right.
I only can't see out one eye.
Now, is there like a dream gig that, is there a phone call you just wait for, like me, I'm an actor and if Steven Spielberg called me or Spike Lee called me,
yes.
I'm ready to go. That's the phone call I'm waiting on. Is there something like that that you think about? It's like your dream gig that you would like
See
to
how
do
that
for-
works?
Like
He
it's-
turned right to Jesus.
Turn right to his done.
There you go.
I would
Oh, baby,
say
you know this.
from a seasoning company.
From a seasoning
From a
company.
seasoning company.
Interesting.
To make bottle seasoning?
Shout out to McCormick. Just-
Oh, okay. Hey,
Just a shout out.
I use that when I'm cooking.
What I want to do, I want to start packaging my own seasonings and
Right.
selling it, getting it out to the stores so
Oh,
people
excellent.
can buy it and take it home and without me being around. So
Oh, okay.
taste my food.
Oh, excellent.
In my opinion,
Oh,
And you,
in my opinion,
Strike me on Haysdale.
that is true. He talks about packaging his own seasonings, but
okay.
if he got a phone call
Mm-hmm.
or phone calls for endorsements on food and seasonings, and he would do
backflips.
Amen. All right, that's
That's
it.
what I would actually do a backflip.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
We're gonna be praying for that then. Yeah, that's coming. Excellent. And I got one last dumb question I gotta ask you.
No
When you're a
question
chef,
is
maybe, I think this may be a
You know,
dumb.
I'm
Nah.
thinking about the summer jam, so go ahead.
Leave
How was it?
my.
How was it? You know,
Okay.
you could go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. You could go to your Kennedy restaurant, Kennedy chicken joints, and get yourself some wings and some French fries, or whatever, and you eat them at home. You cool. How was it that when you get on a train or a bus and somebody else pulls that thing out?
Oh,
Chicken wings, French fries. That is the stinkiest thing in the world. Man, when you get that, what is that? I'm just being silly. I can never
I
understand that.
thought they get it from MBK.
There you go, my brother.
Oh my God.
I can't
Tony,
understand that.
great commercial. We had great commercials.
This is my internet radio husband. I'm gonna have to calm him down.
That was a mystery to me. I'm telling you. I said you can go there and get you. But you get on the train and want somebody to whip that thing, or you sit
And it
next to
smells
it.
bad.
Oh, it smells horrible. Horrible.
I sure didn't come from
Well, God bless you, my brother. You know, our time is running down. We just want to get some closing remarks from the ladies here. Lady Michelle.
It was an amazing interview to just have you here. You know, I feel like I'm family, so you know, it was just amazing. I heard you was gonna be here, and you too.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate the both of you. You, like I said before, you guys have this special bond, this special glow. This, you know, God is just such an amazing God, and He has blessed you. He's blessed you and continued success. And I want what we having on Sunday. You cooking church? Is anything gonna be in the kitchen? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing shepherd's pie.
Oh,
Shepherd's pie.
That's awesome.
never had it, but I guess I'll have one.
Oh, shepherd's pie. That's amazing.
Never had it before. No.
Let's see, Christians make shepherd's pie.
It's
Does that make sense?
Oh, that's
It's an Irish.
All right, don't joke.
yeah.
I was going with it, too.
Meat, vegetables, mashed potatoes, and cheese.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Right. Gonna have some shepherd pie on Sunday.
There you go.
Thank you guys so much.
Shepherd's
Really.
pie.
Thank
We
you for the
appreciate you
opportunity.
guys.
Thank you.
That's a Christian meal.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Hey, well, when I make sandwiches, I use Miracle Whip, not Hell Man. I'll be here next week.
We are definitely on the roll. You okay, Tony?
Oh, I'm brother. You talking about food.
That's amazing.
Amen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta say, Lady Jeannie, Brother Sean, God bless you for all that you're doing.
Thank you.
You're such a blessing for what you do in the community as far as, you know, preparing meals and being that head chef and just being an example of a man of God in all that you do.
Yes.
The word just saying everything that you do, put Christ first and make sure all of that is in what you do. And I'm sure people receive that. I see that by the reaction of people at church, myself eating the food there, seeing you when you was out there on the campus doing that stuff. And I know God's got some great things for you as far as being a chef. And we got, you know, I'm very excited and we're totally humbled and honored that you joined us tonight. You know,
Very.
you got an excellent story, excellent testimony. You know, just like the word said, Jesus, you know, look what he did. Through food, he fed thousands with a couple of fish and a couple of loaves of bread. That was a blessing. That's what you're doing, you know. Just give an analogy of food. He says,
Right.
we ought to be fishers of men.
Many,
You know?
yes.
That's all a part of that. And of course, he has that great wedding feast, you know, when it's
Yes.
time for all of us to meet him in the air. And that's going to be a feast right there. And I think you're going to be you're probably one of the head chefs that he appoints for that too, my brother. Amen.
All right.
But ladies and gentlemen, hand claps and finger snaps. Praise and honor to our brother Sean Bernard. Let's give it up for everybody. It's a total blessing, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lady Jeannie, for joining us tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please come back next week here on UITK radio station. This is Michelle and Andrea Table Talk, and we're signing off. So now you can touch that dial, but make sure you come back next week. This is Ushering in the Kingdom. God bless you,
God bless
and good night.
Good night.
Amen.
Amen.